Shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya. Before I begin, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waharakakadash. And the title of this lesson is going to be Issachar, aka Mexicans. And this video is specifically for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, which are Israelites according to the Bible, and more importantly, the ones that are able to listen and understand. Now, judging just based off this image I have on the screen, you're going to see a poncho, aka a garment. You see it right there in red, blue, green, and you see the fringes. You see the food, because, all these tribes of Israel, this one being Issachar, aka the Mexicans, we have blessings. We are the salt of the earth. And I'll grab that precept here, Lord willing. We are the salt of the earth, so we got the best food, we got the best outfits, the best songs. That's why you see the image of a guitar, the nachos, chips and salsa, even the drinking, the musical instruments, the hats, the style. A lot of you Edomites love us. That's why you got Taco Hell. You got all these places, man, based off of the so-called Mexicans, which are Issachar, which is just the Hebrew way of saying Issachar, and Yashashakar, Salakia. It's just the Mexicans, and it means he is hired. In any type of joke I heard growing up here in Texas, it was always about Mexicans being at Home Depot, hired, doing the shittiest jobs for the least amount of pay, but they work them hours. That's a gift. Issachar is gifted, and it's because we're one of the Lord's people, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, the children of Israel. Now, grabbing this precept, let me see if I remember it. Yeah, there it is. Because Yahweh Shai knew who we were. Yahweh Shai literally came down to start with the southern kingdom, which consists of the so-called blacks, and later go on to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which is a northern kingdom. But this is going to be Matthew 5 and 13 in the NLT. You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? And that's what happened. My people, you Issacharites, which are from the son of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are spiritually dead without this Bible, without Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. Without Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, you're dead. You lost your flavor. Who cares about you as a people if you don't have your power, which is ultimately through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So it says, you are the salt of the earth, and mind you, this is speaking unto all the Israelites, but since we're focused on Issachar, that's what we're going to focus on. But what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. And there you go. Hey, if you Israelites don't get with the program, you so-called Mexicans, the Lord's going to throw you out. A house cleaning. He's going to sift you out of this house, which is ultimately under Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Now, getting into this book I have here, which, the Spirit's been on me to go into more. This is going to be the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. And let's just get straight into it. Now, looking for the definition of Issachar, I had stumbled across Israel, and an important part I wanted to get into here on page 257, the definition for Israel. When you go to the second paragraph, it says, before the year 2100 BC, the God who directs all history. So let's run that back. the God who directs all history. So the God that directs all history, guess what? It's his will that we're living today. It's his will that we have the chance at being saved under Yahweh Shai. It's his will what we do on a day-to-day basis. Guess what? That means there is no free will. But it says the God who directs all history chose the patriarch Abraham and called him out. And that's the point. Because it went on from Abraham down to Isaac and down to Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. I'm going to jump on down to the bottom of this page. It says, the term children of Israel came therefore to signify the whole body of God's chosen and saved people. So his whole body, the body of God's chosen and saved people. So the whole body of Yahweh Shai is ultimately his chosen, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, and more specifically, the chosen out of the 12 tribes of Israel, because 2/3 here in America will be cut off and die. And to prove that, let's jump to Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people, so you Mexicans out there, my people, because I'm from the tribe of Issachar, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. So if you reject these lessons, you don't even got to get them from me. But if you reject the doctrine, what's going to happen? I will also reject thee. So Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, will reject you if you reject him. Don't think that he's some softy now. The Lord is austere. It says that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So, hey, you forget about Yahweh, guess what? He's going to forget about you. And guess what? Ultimately, you're only going to forget about him if he chooses that. You see, the Lord's calling us back to our remembrance. This is why I could sit here and tell you I ain't no fucking Mexican. And pardon my passion, but, let's continue. Going into Issachar on page 261, it's a short definition, but through the Spirit, if you can receive it, these are the Mexicans. It says, son of Jacob and Leah, which you could read about in Genesis 30. It says, in chapter 35, it says, he had 4 sons, and with them went down with Jacob into Egypt. So guess what? You may have Issacharites that look like so-called black people. Because, the Egyptian women, although they could go back to the heathen Ham, mixing among the people, you're going to have variations of each of the tribe. Every brother's not going to look the same within the 12 tribes of Israel. And I'm speaking amongst all nations of Israel, because ultimately every tribe represents a nation. But it says, there he died and was buried. His descendants formed a tribe consisting of 5 great tribal families, which you can read about in Numbers 26. It says, that's the point. Now, making a few quick points, because I don't want to make this lesson too long. Issachar, he is hired. Look around who's the most working people. And to prove that, I Googled this. That was a spirit on me. What nationality works hardest? That's all I put. It says, here are some countries that are known for their hardworking people, but there are hardworking people of all nationalities, which is true. You don't have to be Mexican to be considered hardworking. It goes on to read Poland, Israelis, Indians, Colombian, Mexicans. That's the point I'm trying to make. Costa Ricans, Americans. And guess what? The 12 tribes of Israel are scattered amongst all these people. So don't sit here and think that all these people are they're all hardworking. There's no participation trophy at the end of the day. You either are hardworking or you're not. And typically, Issachar is known to be hardworking. But they also know how to rest too. They saw rest was good. But it says, when you scroll down, this is the 25 hardest working countries in the world, Yahoo Finance. So this is finance.yahoo.com. It says Mexico, straight up. Mexico, it says which country has the longest work hours in 2022. Colombia stood out with the longest annual work hours, with an average of 2,405.4 hours. Following closely behind, Mexico recorded 2,226 hours annually, while Costa Rica ranked third with 2,149 hours of work per year. And there you go. You see, ultimately, it's Israelites. Colombians, being you Asherites, from Colombia to Uruguay, if I'm saying that right, Salakia. And now Costa Rica, let me see if I can find their tribe. Let me see. I believe that's from the tribe of Zebulon, but in the Hebrew, Zabawalan, which we'll get into in another day. I'm just curious to make sure and confirm it. But yeah, I believe that's just Zebulon. Brothers, correct me if I am wrong. We are not Mr. Know-It-Alls. We have bug outs on the comment board. I personally had some bug out trying to correct me. And the first thing you notice with these people is they have no videos to back up what they believe in. If you people have faith in what you believe in, make videos. Go hit the highways and hedges. But guess what? The only people you're really going to find out there are Israelites, And ultimately, it's the ones that are serving Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All these other people, hey, they're going to fall out. Which, let me make this quick point. If it be of God. If we be of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, guess what? We're going to be out there till Yahweh takes us off the highways and hedges, because there's going to be a famine of this word. Let me see. Acts 5:39. We'll just read it real quick. It says, and now I say unto you, this is Acts 5:38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to nothing, or not. It says, but if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against God. So, a lot of y'all that bug out and comment, bug out and scoff in person, guess what? You're going to be fighting against the Lord if he's with us. You see, we're not dumb. We have faith. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai is with us. But ultimately, hey, you're marking yourselves for your destruction if you don't repent, if you're an Israelite, or if you're just simply a heathen trying to take us and scare us off these highways and hedges. But guess what? We're not scared. We're bold as a lion through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Now, Salakia for that. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Let's jump back to these points. Like I said, this image is very spiritual. Any brother that's looking at it, the obvious one is that the pyramids, the pyramids that you see on the back of your dollar bill, guess what? Those were Israelites that put that together. And guess what you see in Mexico? The same thing, pyramids. Now, our people do go off. They obsessed with dead people. They obsessed with the spirit, because they're spiritual. Our people are spiritual. Let's not get it twisted. And guess what? The Mayan calendar, they studied the stars and whatnot. Aztecs, they studied the stars as well. But let's go ahead and grab a few more precepts and close this out. This is something I was checking out earlier upon studying for, researching for this lesson. Because ultimately, all we're doing is going to information that's already out there. There really is no excuse for any of us. There's information for days just looking up, questions, really. There was something interesting I had seen. Maybe I lost it. I don't know. A strong ass between two burdens. Let me see if I can grab that. I'll just grab that and close this out. Obviously, Satan took what I had, the information I had earlier. It was very interesting, too. Let me see if I can find it one more time. Yeah. Let's just grab this precept. Now, this is gotquestions.org. The same thing I had looked up earlier. In the last video, when I went over Aparium and Manasseh. Let me make sure I got that right. Which is Ephraim and Manasseh. So Aparium, Manasseh, which is the Cubans and Puerto Ricans. Aparium being the Puerto Ricans. And Manasseh being the Cubans, which is Ephraim and Manasseh. Now this is going back to this website. Who was Issachar in the Bible? Issachar was Jacob's 9th son. And we already read that earlier. It says in Hebrew, Issachar means either man of reward or hired man. And there you go. Hey, ultimately, we want to be out in these highways and hedges. That's the real work. Oh, fuck all that hours we put in our plantation. Hey, this work is really what's going to pay off. Let me see if I can find this precept. Let's just jump to it. It doesn't even say the one I wanted. So this is going to be Genesis chapter 40. Just in case I didn't read it, this is Genesis 35 and 23. Or Salakia, verse 18. And Leah said, God has given me my hire. So that's for it. Hence Issachar. Because I have given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar. Or in the Hebrew, Issachar. Now jump into Genesis 49. This is verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. That donkey. Tough. Hey, even donkeys are short and strong in stature. They're not big old, animals. They're just, they're typically short and strong. And that's what you see with the so-called Mexicans. Their build is typically shorter and stronger. It says, couching down between two burdens. And let me look this up to be correct. I looked up Mexico is between what countries? It says Mexico is located in North America and borders 3 countries: the United States to the north, Guatemala and Belize to the southeast, and the Pacific Ocean, Gulf of Mexico, and Caribbean Sea to the west, east and southeast. So North and South America, strong ass between two burdens. You understand that there's that border crisis, everyone's always talking about, but ultimately people are trying to escape America because this place is going to be doomed. But let me see, jumping back to the precept, Genesis 49 and 14. Yeah, so Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. So hey, Issachar, you so-called Mexicans, you're going to be going through it, and you're going to go through it until you turn back to this truth that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has to give. Let's grab that precept because that's something I heard a brother mention earlier, and it was beautiful. Let me see. I believe that was Psalms 119. Genesis 119. Salakia, Psalms 119, verse 160. Tawadi Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Very beautiful precept to end this off with. Thy word is true from the beginning. Hey, he declared the end from the beginning. So, hey, it's all going to be true. His will. There is no free will. It's Yahweh's will in the name Yahweh Shai. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments